For more content in production, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. Thank you. We'll begin.
In the very beginning, amidst the awe-inspiring act of creation, the Torah reveals a profound truth about time. Genesis chapter 1 verse 14 tells us that Yahweh created the celestial bodies, the sun and stars for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
This verse establishes a fundamental connection between the heavens and our earthly experience of time. It tells us that the cosmos is not merely a backdrop to our lives, but an intricate clock, meticulously designed by the Creator to govern our days and years.
Hebrew tradition has always understood this passage to mean that timekeeping is not an arbitrary human invention. It is a divinely ordained system, rooted in the natural order of the universe. The sun, with its daily journey across the sky, marks the passage of days. The sun, waxing and waning in a predictable cycle, governs the months. And the stars, with their intricate movements and constellations, provide a framework for understanding the years and seasons.
This understanding of time as a divine gift has profound implications for how we live our lives. It tells us that time is not simply a commodity to be managed or manipulated. It is a sacred tapestry woven by Yahweh, with each thread representing a moment of infinite potential.
When we live in harmony with the rhythms of the cosmos, we align ourselves with the divine will and tap into the deeper meaning of our existence.
For centuries, the Hebrew people lived by a calendar deeply connected to the cycles of nature. This calendar, known as the Torah calendar, was based on the intricate movements of both the sun and the stars' constellations. Central to this system were the tekufot, which translates to circuits or revolution.
The tekufot marked the 4 points in the sun's annual cycle that correspond to the solstices and equinoxes. These 4 points, the vernal equinox, the summer solstice, the autumnal equinox, and the winter solstice, provided a framework for understanding the changing seasons and the length of the solar year.
The tekufot were not merely abstract points on a calendar. They were moments imbued with spiritual significance, representing times of transition and renewal. The spring equinox, marking the beginning of spring, symbolized rebirth and the return of life to the world.
The summer solstice, the longest day of the year, represented the fullness of creation and the abundance of Yahweh's blessings. The autumnal equinox, with its equal hours of day and night, symbolized balance and introspection, a time for harvest and reflection.
And the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, represented a time of dormancy and potential, when the seeds of new life lay hidden beneath the earth, awaiting the return of spring. The tekufot served as a reminder that time, like the natural world, was cyclical. It was a constant interplay of beginnings and endings, growth and decay, light and darkness.
The destruction of Solomon's temple in 586 BCE marked a turning point in Jewish history. In exile to Babylon, the southern kingdom, Judah adopted the lunar pagan calendar, making the Torah calendar a forgotten memory. It was not just the loss of a sacred building, but the unraveling of an entire way of life. Along with the temple, the Hebrew people lost their central place of worship, their system of sacrifices, and their connection to the land of Israel.
This period of exile also saw the gradual erosion of the Torah calendar. With the Hebrew people scattered throughout the diaspora, maintaining their connection to the land and its agricultural rhythms became increasingly difficult. Over time, the tekufot-based calendar, so deeply rooted in the cycles of nature, fell into disuse.
Many Hebrews, living in foreign lands, adopted the Paga calendars of their host cultures. This shift had profound implications for Hebrew life and practice.
The Torah calendar, with its emphasis on the sun and stars' constellations, had served as a constant reminder of Yahweh's presence in the world and the rhythms of creation. By abandoning this calendar, the Hebrew people risked losing touch with their spiritual heritage, prophetically, and their unique identity as a people chosen by Yahweh.
The loss of the Torah calendar was a powerful symbol of the Hebrew people's exile, both physical and spiritual.
Section 4. Restoration and Renewal, Yahushua and the Return to Torah. The coming of Yahushua, in the 1st century CE marked a time of great hope and anticipation for the Jewish people. Many believed he was the Messiah, the one prophesied to redeem Israel and restore them to their former esteem.
While Yahushua's mission is understood in many different ways, there is no doubt that he came to fulfill the Torah, not to abolish it. One aspect of this fulfillment involved restoring the spiritual practices that had been neglected or forgotten during the exile. This included a return to the Torah calendar, with its emphasis on the Tekafot and the divine rhythms of creation.
Yahushua himself observed the festivals and holy days outlined in the Torah, including Passover, Sukkot, and Shavuot. He taught his followers to do the same, emphasizing the importance of aligning their lives with the divine calendar. He'd even spoke of the first day of the year, Abib 1, when he said, "Does not have the day 12 hours?" meaning the first day of the year.
Yahushua's emphasis on the Torah calendar was not merely about adhering to rituals or customs. It was about restoring a deeper connection to Yahweh and the rhythms of creation. By observing the Sabbath, the festivals, and the agricultural cycles outlined in the Torah, the Hebrew people could once again experience the fullness of their covenant with Yahweh and their unique role as a light to the nations.
Section 5, The Lost Tribes and the Calendar, a Legacy Reclaimed. The story of the lost tribes of Israel is one of the most intriguing and enduring mysteries of Hebrew history. After the Assyrian conquest of the northern kingdom of Israel in the 8th century BCE, 10 of the 12 tribes disappeared from the historical record.
While their fate remains uncertain, there is a persistent belief within Hebrew tradition that these tribes are still in existence, scattered throughout the world, awaiting the day of their return. Some believe that the lost tribes, despite centuries of exile and assimilation, have preserved elements of their ancient heritage, including knowledge of the Torah calendar.
According to this tradition, the lost tribes hold the key to unlocking a more complete understanding of the Tekufot and the intricacies of timekeeping according to the Torah. Their return, it is said, will usher in a new era of spiritual understanding when the fullness of Hebrew wisdom will be revealed to the world.
While the idea of the lost tribes preserving ancient knowledge is speculative, it highlights the enduring power of the Torah calendar and its potential to reunite the Hebrew people. The calendar, with its roots in the natural world and the rhythms of creation, transcends geographical boundaries and cultural differences.
It serves as a powerful symbol of Hebrew unity and a reminder of the shared heritage that binds all Hebrews together regardless of their physical location or historical experience.
Toda Rabba. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. There's more content in production. Thank you.